Like Bill Cosby didn't know he was going to get in no trouble. What got him in trouble? He was going to buy NBC.
I don't like snap judgments because I've had snap judgments made on me. So I'm very, very careful. And,
What do you think the motivation then is for 40 women to come forth and accuse them of the same thing?
Oh, what was the motivation?
Women.
What was the motivation for an entire party to decide that I was a rotten person? I don't know. No, it's not. No, listen, I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry. When somebody ruins your reputation, it's the same thing. And nobody asked me if it was true. They just said it. So, no, it is the same thing.
Why do you think they waited so long to come after Bill?
Huh?
Why did they waited so long to come after Mr.
Because
Cosby?
he was going to buy NBC. And if you don't understand white supremacy, you missed it all. Did you hear what I just said?
Mm-hmm.
And then, this time, Discovery Channel's bankrupt. He was fixing to go.
That there was no actual forensic evidence, and they still sent him to jail. So it's, in a way, it's progress with women who are now believed, even though there's no DNA or anything involved. So it's interesting to see how the Kavanaugh hearings are going to go based on what I just said.
Yeah, the sort of he said, she said, ending up in a conviction.
I don't know if you can.
The Cosby Show was so groundbreaking that they showed a black family that was upper middle class, with values, dealing with the same things that families dealt with, and it took race out of the equation.
The thing to know is this is the first, not the last.
Right.
This is the beginning.
Right.
So when you decide that you don't want to come forward because you don't think anything will happen, things are happening.
Warning, the 38-year-old rapper tweeted, quote, Bill Cosby in a...
And he said, I love my family. My family must live next to me. It's not up to E or NBC anymore. Okay? NBC locked up Bill Cosby.
I do believe Bill Cosby is innocent. Nobody's shown up at somebody's house 8:45 at night, and y'all done been together multiple times. Y'all done met at casinos multiple times. Y'all done this little kissing and petting multiple times. Case was thrown out in 2005, the first time the DA said it ain't enough evidence here to prosecute. 10 years later, they finally decided to hear the case because more women came out, said he abused them. The first trial ends in a hung jury. Then they retry him again on the thinnest of evidence, and he gets convicted. I want y'all to know the real reason Bill Cosby is arrested is doing time is not just because he wanted to buy a major network. There's another part y'all need to understand. Bill and Camille Cosby purchased a property in Massachusetts in 1971. That property sits on top what is believed to be an untapped source of oil. There is a very large company whose name I'm not going to mention on your show. They're one of the largest energy companies in the world and one of the top energy companies in America. They deal in gas, they deal in petroleum, they deal in oil. They've been begging Bill and Camille Cosby to let them explore and dig under the driveway to their Massachusetts house, and they've been at this for a long time. They intensified their demands around 2014, 2015. They even went to the federal government, and they're now trying to get the federal government to force the Cosbys to let them dig up under their house. The Cosbys are not alone. There's about 400 homeowners up there in Massachusetts who don't want no oil digging and drilling and anything else they want to do up there. I got a significant reason to believe, and the word is out on the street back home in Philadelphia, that part of this conviction had to do with trying to bankrupt Bill Cosby to force them to sell the Massachusetts house so the oil company could have its way. See, I don't have a problem with the fact that Miss Constant waited a year before she told the police. I'm a therapist. I'm in mental health. I'm a doctor of psychology. I know trauma and how it affects people. Your behavior afterwards is not always logical. What makes the Cosby conviction different from any other rape case is one glaring fact. She's white. He's black. The white woman in America is the most privileged human being in this society. The black man in America is the most discredited, maligned individual in this society. We are considered guilty, and then we have to prove our innocence. Not only that, black men have a history of being falsely accused to be sexually uncontrollable with a lust for raping white women. How many black men been lynched for that, although they were innocent? So you mean to tell me that this white woman, who is not no poor, broke white woman, she was over Temple University basketball operations. You were sexually abused by the most famous black man in American television history, and you say nothing for a year. You go back, you continue to communicate with this man, so forth and so on. You're not going to convince me that a white woman is going to wait to tell on DJ Envy if you assaulted her. You can't convince me that a white woman is going to wait to tell on Charlemagne or Dr. Umar if we assaulted them. We have the entire might of the criminal justice system already organized against us.
But you said trauma, people react to trauma
It does,
different.
but she's a privileged white woman. You do not wait to tell on a black man. That is nonsense.
So trauma doesn't affect the white people the same as
trauma
black
does,
people.
But her political position dictates that you go and tell your white male what the black male did to you, and she did not do that.